I give a shout out tonight to Barry Bigger, watching tonight through HPIBet.com. Hope you're enjoying the races tonight, Pops. As the 8th race lines up behind the Metro Home Building Center starting gate, let's return to track announcer Vance Cameron.
Mockbook Pro, Steal Me a Treasure, Brookdale Maggie, Ma Rebelle, Roland Peg, She's a Comedian. Starting gate swings round the turn. Entering the stretch. Now approaching a start. The rough and pacing Mockbook Pro, the first one out, alongside that Steal Me a Treasure, Roland Peg, will be the third one to get to the turn. Away fourth is Brookdale Maggie, then racing from fifth. On the rail is Ma Rebelle, the early trailer. That is She's a Comedian. Up the backstretch they go to the opening quarter mile. It's Mockbook Pro, the early leader, with Adam Murner. Second is Steal Me a Treasure, racing from third, Brookdale Maggie. Fourth at the rail, that's Ma Rebelle. Roland Peg can't find any friends. She's on the outside fifth, and at the rail, the trailer, She's a Comedian. So the quarter mile is up in 30 and 4. Mockbook Pro in control for Murner. Two-hole ride to Steal Me a Treasure, racing from third. That is Brookdale Maggie. Coming out of the turn in fourth is Ma Rebelle. Then racing from fifth as they move through the stretch. Approaching the midway point is Roland Peg. And the trailer to the outside, She's a Comedian. They're halfway home in the eighth, led by Mockbook Pro. Racing from second is Steal Me a Treasure. Brookdale Maggie continues third. Fourth at the rail is Ma Rebelle, the half mile in 1:02.1. Moving up fifth on the outside is She's a Comedian. Now the trailer, that is Roland Peg. 3/8 left to go. The unchallenged leader, Mockbook Pro, going to 3/4. Steal Me a Treasure is there second. Brookdale Maggie third. She's a Comedian rolls up fourth on the outside. Fifth is Ma Rebelle, and the trailer, that is Roland Peg. They're on by the 3/4. Mockbook Pro is still there. Steal Me a Treasure is second. She's a Comedian third. The 3/4 tripped in 1:32 and 3. Homeward bound now. Mockbook Pro at the rail, clinging to the lead. She's a Comedian has taken away the lead. Steal Me a Treasure is third. Ma Rebelle closing up fourth with Brookdale Maggie. She's a Comedian in line to Kenny Murphy. Ma Rebelle was second. Brookdale Maggie will finish third. The time for the mile in 2:02 and 3.
Here comes the slow-mo replay from tonight's 8th race here at Summerside, and we saw Mockbook Pro go to the front tonight for Adam Murner, 30 and 4. The half up in 1:02 and 1. They were down to 3/4 in 1:32 and 3. And what a patient drive here by Kenny Murphy with She's a Comedian. They were last at the half, moving out and had no cover and moved right up and challenged Mockbook Pro and then drove right on by here to get the win. That's 2 in a row for this mare and owner Ralph Sweet of O'Leary. She's a Comedian gets the job done tonight in 2:02 and 3, her third win of the season, 11th career. Ma Rebelle drove in there for second. For third is Brookdale Maggie, and the one Mockbook Pro in there for fourth. So 6-4-3-1 unofficially in tonight's 8th race, and we'll see She's a Comedian with Mr. Kenny Murphy in the Woodmere Standardbreds winner circle next.
It was a worst first move by She's a Comedian and Kenny Murphy as they're going to the 8th race winner's circle. She's a Comedian pacing Brown Mare 5, but he's watching off the grin from ear to ear dam, Killingly Funny. Owned by Ralph Sweetevillery, Ralph does the training. The mare bred by Jeff Williamson of Blythe, Ontario. Kenny Murphy's in the driver's seat. The time of the mile in 2:02 and 3. She's a Comedian in the 8th.